everybody. Welcome to the ESPN FC Studios. Running out of frame here to get the question. Shaka Hislop, Ale
Running
Moreno,
is a generous
the World Cup
description
winner.
of whatever that little waddle was.
Frank LaBeouf. Did you just say I waddled?
Well, have you seen Seb when he's got back pain? That is the definition of waddling.
Among this ESPN FC crew, I would just like to establish I'm a prime athlete.
What?
It's all relative. It's all relative. All right, first question. Whose win was a bigger shock? Colombia over Brazil or Uruguay over the World Cup winners? Colombia spelled incorrectly. Shaka, Ale, what do you think?
Well, I think it's Colombia over Brazil, given the fact that Brazil had never lost to Colombia in World Cup qualifiers. So, but then you also have to say that I don't think Uruguay had ever beaten Argentina in a World Cup qualifiers. I'm still going to take Colombia. And I think what was even more surprising is how the events played out. Luis Diaz scoring the 2 goals and how that is. I mean, if there was ever a movie script, there it is. Yeah. It's right in front of you. You can't make it up. And the emotions of not only the player, but then you have to imagine. A week ago, this guy, the father, is right. He's
whole nother reality.
He's being held hostage and he's kidnapped, and you don't know what's going to happen and when this is going to end. A week later, which seems trivial for most of us, a week later, his son is scoring 2 goals against Brazil in a World Cup qualifier to win the game. That it's just the whole thing. It's crazy to think about.
There's a movie in there somewhere.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
You're going to direct it? You're going to direct it there?
I might do. So.
Hopefully it'll be one of those soccer movies where the people actually look like they know what they're doing on a soccer field. That always irritates me.
That seems to have a little bugbear there.
Yeah, a soccer movie, if I want to see actors like Frank in soccer movies, people that can move, coordination.
You mean kicking and screaming wasn't?
The Italians are good there in kicking and screaming.
The twin brothers.
The only ones. All right. Percentage Erik ten Hag will be managing United next season. Frank, what do you think? Will Erik ten Hag be back at Manchester United next season?
Hard to say, but I would say, well, he has to finish the season first and see, and we have to see how it works. And but I would say that I'll give him less than 50%. Just less than 50%.
Less than 50%. Shaka, you agree?
I'm sitting on the fence. I'm going right on 50.
No, it's not allowed.
Not allowed, right?
It's in the Geneva Convention. Yeah, you cannot sit on the fence.
Well, then I am going to go to start the season. 55.
There it is.
He's still the manager. 55%.
See, you said in the Geneva Conventions, right? Geneva being in Switzerland, and you're not allowing Shaq to stay neutral.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I don't understand what's happening.
The Geneva Convention or the Geneva Court? I probably botched that.
Somehow I doubt it's Ina than talking about football manager. I really don't.
Okay.
By the way, in the movie Victory, you had Pelé. What else you want? That's a real player.
All right, but I also had Sylvester Stallone playing goalie. That was a nightmare, brother. It was a disaster.
You can't have it all.
For Ale, with young stars currently like Jude Bellingham and soon Endrick for Real Madrid, do you believe the next manager for Los Blancos will eventually have a 100-point season in La Liga?
I mean, there's a lot of projecting there, and they're going to be great, but I do think that the 100-point seasons are less likely now than they were.
Why?
I just don't feel that Real Madrid or Barcelona, and for that matter, Atletico Madrid, but the top 2 are significantly better than everybody else in the manner in which they have been in years past. And while Bellingham and the potential of Endrick, by the way, we were talking about the potential of what he will be for Real Madrid, yes, they'll be outstanding, but a team is not made of 2 players. And there is more to winning La Liga and more to achieving 100 points than just the performance of 2 players. Now, there seems to be a foundation of young talent for Real Madrid that would set them up to go down that path. but you have to have a very special season to get to that 100-point mark.
That question coming from Dan's professional faux hawk.
What?
Yusuf asks our next question. Does the panel still consider Chelsea a mid-table team? Frank, what do you think?
Well, I also said that, so I have to agree with the guys, and well, it's getting better. And when you play a game like they were able to play against Manchester City, and you win away from home, even if it's 11 against 9 against Spurs, you have to expect more. We all agreed that the qualities of the players, the talent of each players were there, but it's more the let's say the way they were working together didn't match, and the fact that completely inexperienced, which is very crucial for me, made them being average. I would say average plus. It's why we all agreed to say it's a mid-table team, comparing to what we saw with other teams as well. So you have to be fair, you have to be realistic, and what we see with Chelsea still now, even after that 4-4, are with a lot of question marks still for me.
Officially, what is mid-table?
I was just
Like
trying to
8 through
think that.
14 or what?
So if it's how many teams?
20? Yeah.
So let's do it in
So
seven.
one guy on this desk who played in the league.
Let's do it roughly sevens, right? I'll make it three sevens.
You're the math
Yeah.
expert here. You worked at NASA,
So,
buddy.
I think Chelsea are right on the cusp. I right now, and even though as Frank pointed out, really good results against Spurs and Manchester City, I still don't think they're going to finish. I think seventh is about right.
7-8. The line is 7-8 for them. Okay.
So on the
Yeah.
upper end of mid-table.
Yeah, so they're going to win the mid-table.
So they're mid-table-ish.
They're really good mid-table.
Yeah.
Upper middle class.
Really good mid-table.
Ale, who is your pick to win the MLS Championship this season? Any team surprise you this season, good and or bad?
What has been interesting about this season in Major League Soccer is that there really hasn't been one truly outstanding team. FC Cincinnati, I suppose you could argue, was that team, but even then, they've had their issues as well. So there hasn't been a dominant team. There hasn't been a team that has really been truly outstanding. St. Louis was good, certainly as an expansion team, and yet they get into the playoffs, and that's game, set, and match for them. And so, to be honest, I'm going to go with FC Cincinnati based upon the fact, and this is really, really scientific approach here. Pat Noonan, my former teammate. You have Tyrone Marshall, my former teammate. And Ricardo David Páez, former teammate with the national team. And Dominic Kinnear, former coach. That's it. The whole coaching staff I'm involved with. I'm taking FC Cincinnati, riding FC Cincinnati all the way.
I like that science. That's similar science to the power rankings back
Oh,
then.
yeah, well, it's the algorithm.
Yes, right.
You put in the algorithm, that's it.
That's
what
like
it spits out.
Like that, Ali. Yep.
They say
I'll argue with that.
it's who you know. It's who you
wow.
know.
Yeah. And
FC
if- and
Cincinnati
if-
also
and if
won
you know
that
Ali,
shield. They also won the shield, so it's
That's what I said.
solid.
They were the best team, but I'm just, I'm following the logic.
Don't argue with science.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I've learned that.
It was
Don't argue.
very clear science, I thought.
Shaka, start, bench, drop.
Oh, no.
Neuer, Casillas, Buffon.
Oh.
Ooh, that one hurt.
No.
No, Buffon is going to start.
I don't even know why you throw that in. You're just making it easy for me. So now it's really about who I'm benching and who I'm what is it? Sell, dropping, whoever. Oh man, I'm gonna bench Neuer and drop Casillas.
Bench, Neuer, drop, Casillas. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. More goalie questions here. Can the U.S. Shaka afford to play a goalkeeper who isn't a starter for his club? This is happening now because Matt Turner has been benched at Nottingham Forest. And most of the other goalies in the pool are not starting either.
Going by yesterday's game, the U.S. could afford to play more Ali in goal. Good Lord.
Let me tell you, I'm something in goal.
Wow.
I'm something special in goal.
Apparently Seb is the best athlete on here.
Yeah. So
Sure.
he's no.
Well.
So he says.
Oh man.
Come on, Seth. I got something less, Seth. You've seen it.
You've seen it. I have. I played pickup at the Monumental. I've seen it.
Got a little something left.
Teddy's a good goalie. Yes, you could be.
Yeah, you think they'll be okay?
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He doesn't need to get a move?
Nah, he'll be all right.
What other move do you want? He already got the move.
Well, somewhere where they play, man. You gotta have your goalies playing, I would think. For Frank, start, bench, and drop. Being a footballer, being an actor, and being an author.
I could answer that.
It's not for you.
I know, but I know what Frank will say.
Okay, but let's have Frank actually.
And I'll tell you if this is what I picked.
All right.
I'll tell you if this is what I picked.
Guess? Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in that order. Being a footballer, being an actor, and then being an author.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Being a footballer, I mean, what we are going through, and we were very fortunate to have that experience, is something you sometimes cannot explain. The power of the uncertainty of the game brings you to so much emotion that you will never find elsewhere, that's for sure. Being an actor is great because you have an immediate gratification if you are in theaters, in plays. And tonight I was playing in front of 300 people, and that was amazing to see them laughing when you want them to laugh because of what you say. That's great. Being an author, when you will have an answer to what you do, sometimes many years after. So it's hard to have that feeling. I guess you must be very proud of yourself and it's a success, but what kind of interaction you get with the people who read you? Not that much, I would say. So therefore, yeah, I would say football player, actor, then author.
And Frank, I got a question for Frank. Mm-hmm. Being that he's the only footballer, actor, and author in the panel, do you feel that having been a successful footballer allowed you to be the other two? Did that open doors for you to be the other two?
Well, it allows me to have a crowd for plays who want to see me because they want to see how I act. And maybe I fill up an entire theater with an easier way than anybody else, but you need to be performant at a certain point. I would say playing with lots of Italian helped me to know how to act as well. That's for the funny part of it. But the thing is, I have the chance to not know what shyness means, and therefore I go for it, and I'm not in any way shy of being in front of people and be sometimes ridiculous, sometimes trying to make people laugh, or sometimes to be a little bit more deeper in my performances. But yes, to have that chance to have been a football player helps me to go for it, and to not put any break in any case for anything I try to do.
Yeah, I like Frank in the serious role.
Yeah.
He can look into your soul.
I think we have a clubhouse leader for understatement of the year. Frank Leboeuf, not shy at all.
Not shy. I was about to say, you want to test Frank's acting ability, ask him to be shy.
There you go. All right, that'll do it for this edition of ESPN FC's Extra Time. That's all, baby.
What a lovely evening.
For
Frank,
all of you. Shaka and Ale, I'm Seb. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next edition of the show.